So good day, basketball fans. My name is Enzo Flojo. I'm a teacher here at the high school and I write for several sports publications as well. And I'm with 4 young, promising basketball players, 4 stars from the Ateneo de Manila High School Blue Eaglets basketball team. So these are the guys right here. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Mike Nieto, age 15. I'm 5'10". And my favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant from the Lakers.
Mamba. 30.
I'm Thirdy Ravena. I'm 16 years old. I'm from 4F. And my favorite basketball player is gotta be Mike Nieto.
Nice. The GOAT. And goalies.
I'm Jme Escaler. I'm 17. I'm 6'1" and I'm from 4H. And my favorite basketball player is Dwayne Wade.
My name is Mike Nieto. Age 15, height 5'11" or 6. Idol ko si Ranidal De Ocampo from the Tom and Text or Pang Texters. Section is 3.
So thank you for that, and we invited you here because, well, like I said, you guys are going to be the leaders of the Blue Eaglets for this coming year. Thirdy and Jamie, of course, you guys are going to graduate after this year, so you've had a lot of experience in the team already. I think Thirdy's been there. This is your 3rd year in the team. Jamie, Mike, and Matt, this is your 2nd year in the team. So you're carrying the experience from last year into this season. So speaking about last year, I want you to talk about your experience in the previous season. So para first year ni Mike, ni Matt, saka ni Jamie. 2nd year ni Thirdy. But Thirdy last year, parang breakout year mo. Kasi in terms of stats, I think you were the leader of the team in terms of stats. And then for Mike, Matt, and Jamie, first time umangat sa juniors from Ira Pasarel or Prada or Paya, I think. Can you talk about your experience last year and how your experience will help you this coming season?
I think in UAB compared to when I came from in Paya, it's more physical and the competition level is higher, and then the crowd plus the babble really gets into your head. So coming from last year, I think we'll be able to help the rookies because we've already been through that. So if they get frustrated or if they're being bullied in the court, we can vouch for them on the court since we were there last year.
Tapos last year, if I'm not mistaken, umabot kayo ng Final 4, diba? You guys reached the Final 4, and I think it was FEU you guys faced, sila Pingoy, of course. And they won. Eventually, they won the championship also. How was that loss to FEU in the Final 4? Of course, it's not the happiest feeling, I'm sure. But how will you use that this coming season?
Mahirap tanggapin na first year namin nila Jamie ni Matt. Talo agad kami sa FEU. Well, sobrang lakas ng FEU nun, pero alam namin na kaya namin sila talunin, pero di pa rin kami nanalo. So, we motivate ourselves na pinomise namin to sa veterans last year na babawi kami para sa kanila this coming UAB season.
Okay. Now let's talk about your summer right now, the summer that the Eaglets are having. I follow you guys quite closely. I think sa freego-fcbl, you lost just 1 game, diba? That's the 1 game I watched against UE pa. So feeling ko ako yung bagat sa pet nun eh, parang malas. And then to Phil Oil, I think you only have 1 loss also, diba, against Bastet. So in short, you guys have been winning most of your games this summer. You won the championship in the freego-fcbl just last Saturday. So it's been a very, very good summer for you guys so far. Do you think that's a good sign coming into the UAP season? Or do you think parang it'll add more pressure? Or parang are you peaking too early? Yung mga ganun things. Anybody?
Well, first of all, it's a good sign because all our hard work paid off. During the summer, we practiced from 12 to 6. So hopefully we don't let the winning get to our heads, then we just use it as motivation to win the championship. Thanks.
Right. So it's been 2 years since the title was held by the Ateneo High School. I think when Thirdy first came in, si Chris Porter, yung parang senior noon. Tapos you were trying to defend the title, Kiefer Nilavon. Pero nag-champion nga the NU, diba? Last year, FEU. So this year, I'm hoping and praying, of course, that you get it back. And honestly, because of your performance this past summer, I think you have a very strong chance of doing that. No pressure, of course, pero I think you have a very strong chance. Let's talk about the Freego Championship, the FCBL Championship. You guys won most of your games now. The only loss was the one against UP, diba? And yung kalaban nyo sa finals was NU, which is a very, very tough team. They have one RP youth player, si Kani, diba? And they have a couple of really good guys also, si Kawilan, si Dyke. I'm sure it was a tough game. Yung nakita kong video sa YouTube, you guys were down 1 point, 30 seconds to go. And then you guys had a defensive stop. As Thirdy passed it to Jme. Jme hit a 3, and then hit a couple of free throws after. So basically, you scored the last 5 points of the game to win the championship. So Jme, can you talk about parang that whole sequence to end that game, how it felt to win the championship sa Freego?
Towards the end, it was kind of frustrating because we were down by 9. So, like, our heads started to get like hot, and then we were like getting frustrated. Well, I was getting frustrated.
Oh, of course you were.
And then coming into the last 2 minutes, I think I missed all of my shots from then. Then Matt, I think, had a pass in the 2-minute mark that gave me 1-3, which started our lead. Then Mike and Thirdy brought it back to within 1. When I saw Thirdy got the rebound, I just sprinted to the corner just in case he wouldn't make it, and then passed it.
I'm curious about that shot kasi you play center power forward for the team. I mean, you and Mike alternate at the center position. Tapos you shot the 3 from the corner. Is that really your shot? Parang sa practice yun talaga, diba? So you made, you know, your trademark 3-point shot from the corner. Actually, naalala ko doon si Chris Javier. You know, from the UE, diba, last year when they beat Ateneo naman, diba? Parang ganun din parang from the corner din. So, but this one's for the championship. So, I think that's the first Freego championship for Ateneo since yung days din nila Kiefer Atex sa kanila void. So, ako personally, when I found out we won, parang ako, I got that championship feeling back. Parang, oh, it's a good sign. So the last time we won the Freego championship, we won the UWB championship. So it's a very, very good sign of things to come. So this time naman, I want to talk to Mike and Matt. I mean, obviously, you guys are twins, okay? And you've been playing with each other, I'm assuming, since forever, okay? Years ago, nabasa ko yung mga names nyo sa newspaper when you were playing for Ateneo sa SBP. You guys were winning championships as well, I think. So can you talk about playing with each other? Not just playing with your brother, because Thirdy, I think, has played with his brother before, but playing with your twin, especially. Ano yung dynamics playing with your twin? Especially si Mike, iba yung laro, big man. Si Matt naman, guardia. I mean, katawan din nila iba, di ba? Si Matt yung medyo parang Kobe yung katawan. Si Mike yung medyo parang Al Jefferson yung katawan siguro. Mas batak, di ba? Mas Shaquille, parang gano'n. So can you talk about, pinag-usapan nyo ba na, Mike, ikaw na lang yung big man, ako na lang yung guardia. How did you guys get into the roles you have now?
Yung nag-start kasi kami mag-basketball, yung dad namin yung nagtutulong.
Oo, so, legend yung dad nito sa Ateneo basketball.
No, hindi naman namin pinag-usapan kung sino yung big or yung guard. Parang nandun na lang siya. Nakita na lang kung sino yung mas magaling mag-rebound, mas magaling mag-dribble, or something. Kaya yun na lang, mas in-improve na lang namin kung ano yung nasa amin. Tapos playing with Mike, parang alam na namin kung ano yung galaw namin. Alam ko kung saan siya pupunta sa game. Pati motivation lang. Kung kasama lagi yung kapatid ko, parang mas tumatapang lagi ako.
Props to the brother. Okay. Sino mas matanda? By a few minutes ba? Or a few seconds? I thought si Thirdy. So Mike, you're a little older. Okay. Ikaw naman, Mike, how does it feel playing with Matt?
Sanay na kami sa isa't isa. Alam niya lahat ng galaw ko. So, kailan ba yun nung grade 7 kami, in-invite kami ng isang coach maglaro sa MOA, yung one-on-one. So, kami nagkita sa finals.
Wow!
Si Thirdy din nandun.
Pero kayo nag-finals, hindi si Thirdy?
Hindi po, sa
ibang division. Okay.
So, si Matt yung nag-champion kasi memorize niya lahat ng
galaw mo.
Gagawin ko. So, last shot ata siya nun eh. Buti nakadikit pa ako. Tapos nanalo siya, just na sanay na talaga kami maglaro sa isa't isa. So, since prep kasi magkasama na kami naglalaro, including si Jolo Mendoza, kasama na rin po namin yun, sila 30. So, kami nila 30 po parang magkakapatid na po. So, mahal po namin yung isa't isa sa loob ng court at sa labas ng court.
Okay, very good. Ito, another follow-up question for Mike and Matt. I mean, I guess this is a question for all siblings who play the same sport. Parang Reggie Miller and Cheryl Miller, may rivalry sila konti, di ba? Harvey and Horace Grant, dati, twins din yun, nag-NBA, di ba? I'm sure yung twins ng FEU, yung dalawang Domingo, may konting rivalry din siguro yun. Especially since sila talaga, sobrang magkamuka. Tsaka yung laro nila, parang halos pareho din. May time ba ever na parang nagka-rivalry, ikaw Mike, tsaka ikaw Matt, parang, uy, ako dapat yung big man, pero si Matty mas maraming rebounds. Or si Matt naman, ako dapat yung guardia, pero si Mike mas maraming 3-pointers. May ganun ba ever na time?
Siguro sa sports fest lang ganun.
Dito sa atin dito. Okay.
Pero besides that, wala. Pag sa game, pag nag-MVP siya, congratulate the team. Be proud kung ano yung nakuha niya.
Tapos pwede ka 5 siya.
Yes.
Ito yun eh.
Alright. Okay, that's really reassuring to hear. No? You have two brothers who play the same team and who really have each other's backs. So si 30 naman. 30, obviously, I'm going to talk to you about the FIBA Asia experience. No? Was that your first time sa isang Philippine team? Ba? First time mo?
Yes, to represent the country and play outside for the Philippines. So
Yeah.
that was my first time.
Okay, so it was in Bangkok, diba? It was just last week. Everyone knows about it already. It's been in all the papers. You guys lost to Qatar. First game nyo ata in Qatar, diba? You lost.
Had found out.
Ay, everyone found out. Yun ba yun? Wow, okay. So that's the reason why you guys lost. But after that loss, you went on an unbeaten run already. Yeah, you beat Taiwan, you beat Japan, you beat China in the semifinals. You dunked on a 6'10" guy. And then you beat India in the championship. Can you talk about that whole experience?
Well, first of all, it was a very nice experience because I've played regionally, I've played locally, and of course I wanted to play internationally. That experience for me was very fulfilling talaga. Kasi everybody's, lahat pangarap maglaro for the Philippines, and everyone wants to represent their respective countries outside. So it was very humbling.
Alright, so how did you feel? Parang, you were telling me earlier today, this is the first time a Philippine basketball team will be sent to the World Championships in 35 years. Okay? And it's the first Philippine gold medal on an Asian level. Kasi SEA Games, lagi naman tayo gold dyan. Pero yung Asian level, first gold na nauwi ng Philippine team. Again, in such a long time. So how did that feel? Para holding the medal on the podium, bringing it back home, showing it to Kiefer and your dad. How did that feel?
Diba yung feeling na mabigyan mong karangalan yung bansa mo? Kasi to give honor to your country by bringing the gold back, it's a different feeling. Playing for everyone who supported you, for everyone who believed in you, to the Filipinos talaga. So, very good feeling.
Alright, now looking forward a little bit, the World Championships na 3-on-3, I think will be September. Now, that's going to be in the middle of the school year and middle of the UAAP tournament, diba? So, but I'm sure, ako personally, I want to see you on the Philippine team going to Indonesia, Jakarta for the World Championships. Mas mabibigat na yung mga kalaban mo doon. You're gonna be going up against Europeans, Africans, Americans, South Americans, the best from all over the world. Are you gonna be happy just to be there, or are you guys gonna be aiming at shocking the world once again?
Well, of course, it's a gift for us to just play in the FIBA world. We'll just play it one game at a time, just give 100%, play as a team, and just play with each other, have fun.
Okay. Ito naman next. Now let's move away from the UAAP a little bit and from FIBA. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs. Yeah. Let's show the fans, the viewers, a different side of who you guys are. So kanina, I asked you about your favorite players. Si Matt, si Kobe, si 30, MJ, and Kobe. So playing safe, si 30. So Jme naman going with D-Wade, who's been having not the best postseason so far. And then later we'll go to the PBA also. Kasi sabi nga Mike, si Rani Dirt. So right now, Spurs in the finals. Sweeping Memphis. Unexpected. And then Eastern Conference Finals, best of 3 na lang siya. Kasi 2-2 na, di ba? Basically, sino gusto niya manalo? Is it gonna be Indiana over Miami? Or do you want to see the Heat go back to the finals? LeBron James against the Spurs rematch of 2007.
Lakers.
Okay. Wala ko yung pang-usap to mga to. So, but seriously speaking, do you think parang Indiana can win 2 more games next Miami?
If they did.
No.
Okay. So ito yung yes, ito yung mga no. So why yes? Matt and 30, why yes?
Nanalo na 2 beses.
So
There's
kaya
no
pa rin.
reason not to win.
Okay.
Alam na kung paano talunin ng Miami.
Yeah. And parang, I think, regular season, they beat Miami twice. Diba? 2-1 sila against Miami. And now, they beat Miami twice again. So parang, if you look at their whole series, they've actually beaten Miami 4 times out of 7.
4 times.
Diba? So, very, very interesting. Jme and Mike, why will Miami win against Indiana?
Tingin ko hindi papayag yung LeBron na matalo sa Indiana kasi gusto niya makabawi sa Spurs sa sweep nila.
2007.
So, Miami, tingin ko.
Ito medyo may rivalry na si Mike tsaka si Matt. Ma-Lebron, ito na-choke, ito Lebron. Ikaw, Jme, Dwayne Wade fan. Do you think Dwayne Wade will show up?
Yeah, of course. Because he already has experience in the winning a championship before.
But he's not 100%. He's not, I mean, health niya.
Siguro parang close game lang. Then when they need him,
Okay.
step up.
Well, not if Lance Stephenson has anything to say. Hapon, medyo panis siya kay Lance Stephenson. Okay, now let's move back to the Philippines. PBA naman. Kakatapos na ng Commissioner's Cup, the Alaska Aces surprised everyone. They were so dominant in the Commissioner's Cup. Ang ganda ng pinakita nila. Congratulations sa nila. So, how about PBA? Sino mga favorite PBA players no? And if ever you guys get to the PBA and you could choose your team, saan team yung gusto mapunta? I mean, si Mike already chose Rani Del Ocampo as his favorite PBA player. How about the other guys here? And you can't choose your dad. Okay, 30, you can't choose your dad. Right?
I'll choose your dad.
Okay, so Jme, sino favorite PBA player mo? Pwedeng still playing or pwedeng all-time ko ba?
LA Tenoya. Because when I was still in Ateneo, younger years, he was my idol talaga in the college. Like, I wanted to be like him talaga. Even
Kaya pala puro tres ka ng tres. Alright. Go, sige.
And then, I thought that they were gonna win the finals because they were playing so well against Tom and Dex, but the last week.
Yeah, medyo na-kontrapelo siya ni JD Casio no finals. 30, how about you? Aside from your dad, of course. Who's your favorite
Jme Escaler.
Jme.
Okay.
Okay.
Favorite ko talaga. Kasi ever since I was young, I was already looking up to him. Kasi he's the
But now he's gonna look up to you, literally.
No. Hopefully kasi siya yung perfect example ng leader. He's leading inside and outside the court. He's a very good leader. He talks to every single one of of his teammates talaga. So I really want to be like Jimmy Alapag leadership-wise. And so he's a very good example of a leader sa player, sa in-game clutch.
Yeah. Takes a big shots. Like, makes them most of the time also.
4 shots.
Yeah. Did your dad ever play with Jimmy?
Yeah.
In Talk and Text? Nag-abot sila?
Yeah.
Or mobilize pa ata yun?
Mobilize.
Okay. Matt, ikaw naman.
Pareho kami favorite si Jme Escaler.
So, bakit naman same reasons ba? Or may ibang dadagdag ka pa?
Pati, mini-mentor niya ako sa RP team kasi
talaga?
coach namin siya sa RP.
Oh, galing!
So sinasabi niya sa akin yung mga insights niya sa basketball kung paano maging leader, kung paano ayusin yung team, i-control yung pace ng game.
Especially since you're point guard also, diba? That's your position. For Ateneo, that's your position. For the Philippine team, yun yung position ng point guard also. Okay, very good. So next, go back to the UAAP naman. This coming UAAP season, because you guys have been doing so well in the summer, a lot of people will look at you as strong contenders for the title. Sino tingin nyo yung mga pinaka magpapahirap sa inyo sa UAAP? Sino tingin nyo yung pwedeng mag-Final Four? Maybe, let's say kayo yung isang team ng Final Four, let's say. Who could the other 3 teams be in the Final Four?
as of now, we couldn't. It's hard to judge because we lost to UE.
Yeah.
It's really hard to judge who's gonna make it. So yeah, we'll just take it one game at a time. It's really hard to.
Alright, sige. FEU, NU, do you think they're gonna be strong this season pa rin? Kasi yun yung past two champions ng juniors, diba? FEU and NU. Yeah. Zobel, do you think Zobel's gonna be strong? So last year they missed the Final Four. But I think they have some strong players this time. They have Subido this year. And I think they have a couple of new players also. So Zobel might be good. What do you think? So ito, for 30 and for Jme, kasi you guys are fourth year already. One of the big choices you're going to make, of course, at the end of the year is where are you going to go for college? Now me, because I'm a fan of you guys, and I'm a fan of Ateneo, obviously, I want you guys to go to Ateneo for college. I want to see Thirdy play with Kiefer. I want to see Jme, in a senior's uniform also. Is basketball going to be the only consideration you have when you choose your college next year? Or is there going to be any other thing to consider for Thirdy and Jme?
I think my main goal is to get into the seniors for basketball. But even if they don't get me, I don't think I'll play for another teams. So I'll play for Team B until they
for
get
Team Glory B.
Yeah. Because my family's been Ateneo since a long time ago, so I don't think.
Yeah, we have a college hall named after one of your relatives, I think.
I don't think that it'd be very good if I left, especially to go to LaSalle or Redem. So,
Okay.
stay here.
So still, parang your target is still Ateneo, even if you might not make the seniors team, or Team A. 30, how about you?
Where basketball takes me.
Nah. All right. So where basketball takes you? Okay.
See you in UP.
That's a Jme. Okay, so for 30 and Jme, I don't know, pahapyaw lang, as in, good or bad, the new UAAP rule forcing, let's say Jme moves to LaSalle or UP for college, he might have to sit out 2 years if Ateneo does not give him a release. That kind of rule. One word lang, good or bad, Jme?
Good.
Good. Okay. 30. Bad. Hindi na ako magpapa-explain. Yun na lang. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Now, let's look at your teammates in the Blue Eaglets roster. You have a lot of other talented people. Sa fourth year, sino ba? You have Miguel Canido, undersized big guy. You have Joel Mendoza, obviously, for second year. You have Jacob Magpok, fourth year also. So you have a lot of really talented players on the team. Who are the other young players on the Eaglets roster na tingin nyo in the next 1 or 2 years magiging star din or magiging may potential makaangat sa seniors or maybe even beyond? Siyempre, Joel Mendoza is the obvious choice. Yeah. But apart from him, is there anyone else na parang kailangan you have to watch out for this kid? Okay to, gagaling to sobra.
I think Enzo Flojo and Ian for me, I don't know because they're still
There's second year ba? Second year.
Enzo's third.
Enzo's third year.
For me, they're already so skill gifted, and then their work ethic is pretty good also. So that I think that they're gonna be the players to watch out for next year, along with Matt, Mike, and Jola.
Okay. Or anyone else? Any other guy to watch out for?
I would agree with Jme because Enzo is a really good player. He has sense for basketball. He knows what to do.
So good basketball decision maker.
And Ian, he's a good point guard. He could be a shooting guard. He's versatile kasi kaya niya. He could make plays for his other teammates, and he could also make plays for himself. He could shoot the three-pointer. He could make that layup.
So basically, he can do anything.
Stuff.
Actually, si Mamuyak, when he was in grade school sa Lourdes, kita ko na siya eh, long limbs. Kind of reminds me of Von actually, na medyo parang lefty ba siya? Lefty ba siya? Right-handed. But parang Von eh, na, long-limbed and can play multiple positions. So, Mamuyak and maybe Enzo. Enzo has an older brother ba?
Yeah.
Who's also on the team, right? He's your batch ba?
Yes.
Fourth year. Okay. Aside from winning the championship. I'm sure that's the main goal for the coming season. Is there anything else that you guys want to achieve this coming school year, aside from the UAP championship? Are there any other leagues you guys are joining? Si Jamie, anyone here, you guys want to be part of the Mythical 5, MVP, mga ganyan? Or talagang UAP championship is the main focus this coming season? Okay. So to bring it back home, where it belongs, in Loyola Heights. Alright, last thing. For all the fans or followers of the team, can you just face the camera and tell them, hi, I'm Jme Escaler, this is my Twitter handle, blah blah blah. Go na muna, Jamie.
I'm Jme Escaler and my Twitter handle is at Jme Escaler with 5 R's.
What? 5 R's? Strange. Okay, Mike, how about you?
Okay, Mike Nieto. Follow niyo ako sa Twitter. Big Mike Nieto. Tsaka Instagram. Tsaka niyo ako sa Facebook.
Thirdy.
Hi, I'm Thirdy Ravena. Follow me on Twitter at Thirdy Ravena 3A's. And also on Instagram.
3A's naman to. Wait. 5 R's, 3, dahil ba may iba pang Jme Escaler, may ibang Thirdy Ravena? Ah, talaga?
Marami yan ang art.
Tapos may ibang Jme Escaler. Ganun ba yun? Or wala ba? Yung kay Thirdy medyo may logic eh. Pero kay Jme, 5 R's. Okay, Matt, ikaw.
Hi, I'm Mike Nieto. Follow me on Twitter, Mike Nieto 5.
Okay. And I'm Enzo Flojo. Follow me on Twitter at Hoopnut and my blog, hoopnut.com also. And keep on following the Ateneo YouTube channel for more on the Eaglets and anything Ateneo. Alright, so thanks guys. Good luck this coming season and one big fight. Alright? Good job. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Alright, thanks guys.
Sir.
Yo,